The question for this week stemmed from a feature that I was recently building as part of a larger project, and ultimately it ended up becoming quite memorable as I set my personal record for staying up late figuring out a problem. And it really felt great once I resolved the issue, got everything working as expected, and had, in this instance, part of the layout that I was building out and making some changes to, all of that started displaying correctly. But it was a reminder that it is very important to be tenacious as a developer. Obviously, there are times when we need to ask for assistance, get another set of eyes on whatever problem that we're facing, but there are also times when we just need to buckle down, figure out what's going on, and fix the problem ourselves. Now, before we get into the question, I'd like to recommend that you head over to SwiftOtter.com and check out the resources that we have there. There's some tips and tricks and information from some really incredible developers that I get to work with that can help you as you continue to learn and grow as a developer. Now let's take a look at the question. So you are creating a custom category layout that will be a selectable option on the category edit page in the admin panel. After creating Otter custom category view frontend layouts.xml to define the new layout ID, which is custom-otter-category, you see the option displaying correctly on the category edit page. Next, you need to create the layout file that will contain the updates to the categories that use the new layout. Question: which of the following options is correct? And these will all be in the Otter custom category view frontend directory. So let's take a look at the possible answers. We have A, layout/catalog category view otter category.xml. B, layout/custom-otter-category.xml. And C, page_layout/custom-otter-category.xml. Magento provides a host of different ways that we can customize the layouts that we have provided to us in core Magento. Really, the sky is the limit when it comes to what we can do with a product page, specific product types, categories, specific categories, the checkout, the customer account, and so on it goes. The problem is, it's not always easy to remember exactly how those layouts need to be customized, whether it's a specific file, a specific directory that the file needs to be in. And that's kind of what I ended up running into with the project that I was building. Not only the specific layout file and the directory that it needed to be in, but then some of the directives in that layout file weren't quite what I was expecting. So let's review the different options that we have for this question. So option A, the file would be layout catalog category view otter category.xml. Now, we've all probably seen this approach to customizing certain layouts, whether it's a product page, sometimes a specific product type across the board, or even specific categories, whether it's using the category ID, so on and so forth. But the problem with this option is that it's not going to give us the ability to select this on different category types. That's specifically what this question is referencing, is we need to be able to select this layout option in the category edit page in the admin panel. And this is going to be specific, basically hard-coded to a certain category. In this case, the Otter category referenced in that file name. With that being said, option A isn't going to work for the scenario that we need. So moving on to option B. That's going to be the file layout/custom-otter-category.xml. This is another legitimate file, but the use case for this one would be if we had some layout directives in that custom-otter-category.xml file that we wanted to apply to another or multiple layout XML files using the update handle directive. So basically the way that would work is in another layout XML file, if we didn't want to keep repeating certain directives or whatever the case would be, we could add certain layout XML updates in that custom-otter-category file and then add that using the update handle directive, and then that update handle reference would be the custom-otter-category right there. But again, the problem we face with that is not the scenario that we need. We need something that is selectable from the admin panel and is not going to apply across the board to every category that it's referenced on, but specifically to categories that have been configured to use the custom-otter-category design that we are building. So finally, option C. That would be the file custom-otter-category.xml in the page layout directory. So our final option, and this links up directly with the layout ID that's defined in the layout.xml file mentioned in the question. We have the layout ID custom-otter-category as the XML file's name, and that is in the page_layout directory, which correlates to the page layouts.xml reference, again in that layouts.xml file referenced in the question. And the way that those will end up working is we would be able to apply the different layout directives there in that file. They would apply specifically to categories that have been configured to use that custom-otter-category layout or design there in the admin panel. So with that being the case, we are going to select option C as the correct answer. Again, that is going to mesh perfectly with the layouts.xml file. That is the Magento core approach to adding a custom layout for a category and then making that, again, selectable from the admin panel in the category edit page. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them down in the comments below.